Big hit down low that time defensively by Grace. Let's set it up. We talked a little bit in the pregame show about B.J. Cohen, part of that defensive line, and the Huntington Banks linebackers. O'Neal, a sophomore at the outside, leads the way there. And we have met B.J. Summers. And let's go back and take another look at that hit.
You know, this is the type of matchup. West Virginia wants to play smash mouth. Well, John Grace says, well, bring it on.
3rd down and 4. Again, it's Foreman in motion. Play fake. Bolger's got some room on the left side. He's going to tuck it under and go for the first down. He'll get there. Outside the 30 to the 31-yard line. Heads up play by the quarterback.
Shows a lot of mobility, but also Sean Foreman, his wide receiver, was open to be thrown to. He comes back when he sees that the Bolger's going to take it and run. Comes back, delivers a great block.
The initial first down for the West Virginia offense at the 31-yard line.
You know this young man's got some butterflies in his stomach.
He's been waiting for this moment for a while. Johnston, of course, was at the helm here for a number of years for West Virginia. But now it's Bolger's team. It's first down at the 31-yard line. Oswego in motion. Zaraway, nifty move there. Gets to the 35. Rips away from one tackle. There's a flag down. He got almost 10 yards on the play, but we'll see if this is against the offense on the play as he spun away from a couple of tackles and got out to the 40-yard line. Again, it was Grace coming up to make the tackle. The penalty is going to be against the Thundering Herd. Amos Zaraway, just a sophomore.
Coming into your living room, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about a powerful running back.
Grabbing the face mask. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Just inside the 45-yard line. West Virginia on the move. Play fake. Pass is low, but it is caught by Sean Foreman, the junior from Chesapeake, Virginia. And every play, every pass is going to make Mark Bolger just a little more comfortable at that quarterback slot.
What would probably make him more comfortable is David Saunders, the All-American wide receiver who tore up his knee early in fall practice, is out for the season. Carlos Azaguayo is going to have to pick up the slack. Sean Foreman will pick it up. But the big thing for Bolger is having number 20 in the backfield.
He is the lone setback and has the football. Dancing inside the 35, down to about the 32. Should be enough for another West Virginia first down. It is 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 32-yard line of Marshall. It's Zaraway. Split the seam, gets it inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line.
Another big stick by John Grace. He's been in about 3 tackles. Zaraway is a powerful man. You're talking about a guy that's going to be a great one. Solomon Page, 6'6", 290 pounds. Gets Cohen upfield. Remember this name. Remember this name. Solomon Page, just a sophomore. He's going to be a great player here in West Virginia.
Out of Brashear High School in Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania, known for producing outstanding football players. There's the quick pass. It's complete for 10. Knocked him down. That is Wabel, the tight end. And he's all the way. That was a quick pass over the middle, and Wabel was wide open. Thomas Maxwell had to come up and make the hit. The ball is at the 10-yard line. The Mountaineers are on the move with 6:12 remaining first quarter. West Virginia leading 7-0. Zaraway cuts it at the 5. There's a move. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, a couple of great moves by Amos Zaraway. He got 9 touchdowns. Last year, he gets his first for 97. A 10-yard touchdown, and the Mountaineers go up 13-0.
John, there's a lot of things you can't coach. Watch these moves. Open field, one-on-one with Zaraway. No way. Defender barely gets a hand on him. Great balance, great desire, and he finds the pay dirt.
The extra point is up and good. 6:04 remaining in the opening quarter. The Mountaineers of West Virginia, following the play of Amos Zaraway, have taken a 2-touchdown lead over Marshall. We'll be back to Morgantown. The forecast may have been for mild weather, but it's plenty warm down on the field. 10 plays, 80 yards. Zaraway 36 yards, including the 10-yard touchdown run that makes it 14-0. Mountaineers scored their first touchdown on a blocked punt. Pretty impressive start for the quarterback, Bulger.
Very impressive start for Bulger, but as I mentioned earlier, it's great to have number 20 in the backfield. If you make that jersey gray and blue, you can almost see Sanders written on the back of it, Barry Sanders. Built just alike, and they have a lot of the same similarities in running.
Well, I knew it wasn't John Sanders. You can see Moss is back deep along with Wicks. Moss is the one they want to touch the football. He has only one catch so far, and they're going to drive Moss back in the end zone. He will let it go. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. The third possession of the opening quarter, and we have flags all over the place down around the 20-yard line. There's 1, 2, 3 or 4 flags are down. The players mixing it up, and the officials will have to sort it out. 5:59 remaining in the opening quarter. Of course, the one thing that Jay Taylor wants to do is keep that ball away from Randy Moss. And how do you do that? Well, you kick it through the end zone. So Taylor's got to be happy with what he's done so far.
And you know what? You very seldom talk about kickers unless they do something great or bad. You know, look at him. He knows he's kicked it pretty well. Taylor's looking. He's looking. He says, yes, it's out of the end zone. Moss only averaged 34 yards per kick return last year. Led NCAA Division I.
We have multiple fouls on the play. Unsportsmanlike, kicking team, unsportsmanlike, receiving team. We also have a 10-yard block in the back, penalty being forced, 10 yards misdirection.
At the 35, good starting position. The initial drive, they began at the 28-yard line. Thanks to the Moss return of the opening kickoff, this time at the 35. And jumping all over him is Stills as they tried to get outside. Chapman carried the football, but he did not get very far, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
You talk to Steve Dunlap, the defensive coordinator. He salivates when talking about Gary Stills. Cat quick, unbelievable motor, very strong. This guy is going to be one of those that you're going to be talking about this year and the next year. Canute Curtis, we may forget his name by the end of the season.
The NCAA, it's 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Pennington, they're all over him, but he gets the pass off at the 40 to 45, out to midfield. And Marshall picks up good yardage, and here comes a late hit flag. Moss showing his moves, his strength and power that time, got across the 50 and took a late hit.
And Pennington showing some courage in the pocket. He got hit by Slay, he got hit by Thornton, he got hit by Gary Stills.
You see Stills get away from him there.
This is yards after catch.
There comes the late hit.
That's one of those penalties that the coaching staff, they just go completely bonkers over. It cost your team 10 more yards.
I think it was Barrett Green that came in late, and Don Neyland does not like that.
Dead ball, personal foul. On the defense, 15 yards.
Another 15 yards, so that's 30 yards in penalty. Now let's watch Wade.
John Wade, the senior, 6'6", 300 pounds. He gets past the official. He gets a little push in there. He's still going downfield. And this is what you like seeing in an offensive lineman. Going downfield, trying to help his team. This guy will be an early round draft choice, 1st or 2nd round. Big, big offensive lineman. Going to play in the Blue-Gray All-Star game.
That's quite an honor for the first year in Division 1A for this school and this fine offensive lineman. Thundering Herd is on the move. Leaning forward inside the 30-yard line is Chapman.
That's center John Wade. Right guard Brian Reed. Brian Reed is an undersized guy. You watch John Wade. You wonder why they're gaining yards up the middle. Great block on Cogdale. The running back's not, these guys are smart. Follow my best offensive lineman.
Chapman got 7 on that play. He is the lone setback. Marshall is moving. Down to the 27-yard line. Pennington looks incomplete. In and out of the hands of Moss. He had it. Looked like he had a step and could not control it. 4:14 to play, opening quarter. 14-0. West Virginia leads Marshall.
Here comes the blitz.
Here comes Moss in motion. They look right. Diving catch is made at the 20-yard line. Yes, sir. Good catch. Colclaw made the catch. The junior from Glenarden, Maryland. Nate Terry again on the coverage on that side, but it's first down. Thundering Herd inside the 21.
Pennington with a great throw. West Virginia coming after him. Colclaw, you talk about athleticism, stretched out. And, you know, obviously so much attention is paid to Randy Moss. Colclaw is a quality receiver also.
Just outside the 20-yard line. It's Chapman trying to get outside. He does at the 15, the 10. Ridden down inside the 5-yard line from behind that time. Steve Lip made the tackle, but that's a good run by Doug Chapman. They go to the two-back set. Fake to Chapman. Pennington under pressure, throws incomplete. And they were in Randy Moss's lap that time.
Once again, number 55. Just what we expected. Steve Dunlap, the defensive coordinator, said yesterday, we're going to come after it. We attack the football. Their thing is, we're going to get to Pennington before they have an opportunity to catch the ball.
That's Bastine, who's all over him. He was, as I said, in his lap. 3:17 to play in the opening quarter. Ball just outside the 2-yard line.
It's got to be interference.
I'll tell you what, Nate Terry held him up. They can maybe say uncatchable. It was intended for Moss, but he never got out there. They're jamming him as much as they can at the line of scrimmage.
Nate Terry's trying to jam him at the line of scrimmage, doing a great job. The thing they like about Nate Terry, especially with Randy Moss, is his size. Terry's 6'2". He doesn't give away a lot of that height disadvantage a lot of these smaller corners will. Junior college transfer, went to Merced Junior College.
I don't know whether Moss has just had the wind knocked out of him and trying to catch his breath, but he is on the sideline on 3rd down and about 2. See if they go back to the running game. Chapman looking, but there's no place to go. He is wrapped up, and once again, it's Gary Stills. Wow, what an impressive start for him.
There's no substitute for speed. Look at the jump he got. Tight end has no chance. Chapman, where are you going to go? Well, you're not going to outrun him. Stills runs a 4.5. Big loss. Field goal unit on the field.
This is Milasevich, number 49, who's going to attempt the field goal. The spot at the 15. Make it a field goal up. And they get on the board. Marshall gets on the board. The 24-yard field goal makes it 14-3. Important, I think, an impressive drive that they did get something out of it.
They would have liked to have put 7 on the board, John, but anything they put up there, 3 points, meant a lot to this football team right now. Now the shift has to go back to the Marshall defense. They have to come out, stop this West Virginia offense. Yeah, they got some pretty girls up at Marshall, don't they?
Yes, they do. And they are here. I guess it would be down in Marshall.
Down at Marshall.
It's the other direction. 14-3 is the score, but Marshall does get on the board. Well, to get inside the huddle of your favorite Big East team, go online at the official Big East Conference website. The internet address is www.bigeast.org for all of the football and conference news from around the Big East. All right, Don Nealon receiving a kickoff for the first time this afternoon.